have you encountered any low-carb athletes? And if you have or haven't, can you touch on that briefly? What's your personal philosophy on that?
I have not, as far as I know, met anyone in the cycling community that is on any sort of low-carb diet. I can't imagine how that would really be beneficial.
Why not?
Oh man. As far as just having, easy energy on demand and being able to, put out not just longer duration hard efforts. I think a lot of people who go do low carb type diets who intentionally put themselves in ketoacidosis, a lot of the efforts they're doing are very short duration bursts of energy where they're not even relying almost on glycogen stores in order to power those efforts. But that's never the case in cycling.
Right.
So I mean, if someone's out there and doing it, I'd be interested in in seeing how they're managing, because that'd be pretty interesting to me.
It would be.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because I think along the same lines is, I think you'd be hard pressed to find an endurance athlete more in the scope of someone who races, I guess, because it's one thing if you might be able to find like ultra endurance, like I'm talking, 30 to 50% of your threshold going out for like hundreds of miles, your heart rate's never getting above 135. Okay, I could see that as you're just burning fats, and you haven't really, you're not utilizing your carbohydrate stores. But if you are going at any type of intensity, which if you're racing, you are, I just don't see how your body can utilize the fats and break them down in time for your muscles to use them. So basically what I'm trying to say here is your carbohydrates are used very efficiently and are broken down very efficiently by your body to be used as energy for ATP for your muscles. Fat can do that too. Your body can break down fat molecules and convert it to ATP for your muscles. But that process takes longer, okay? Carbohydrates break down much quicker. So if you need the energy now, like someone is breaking away and I need to give in 2 minutes of really hard effort and then give another 10 minutes of a sustained effort, you're not going to be able to do that with fats. With carbohydrates, you are. So like I said before, if you're going out for 200 or 300 miles on an ultra endurance running or cycling race and you don't need to put in those hard efforts, an argument can be made that a ketogenic fat adapted athlete would do well. I just don't see it for racing.
Yeah, especially when you look at the majority of cyclists who have such low body fat percentages to begin with. What it takes to even call on those stores is much more demanding than individuals who have much greater percentages, and it just doesn't make any sense as to why someone would want to put in the time and the effort in order to induce that kind of those metabolic pathways when it wouldn't be the most efficient means. It's like
I just think you're not doing your body any favors in terms of this particular sport and the demands in bike racing. If you're talking weightlifting, CrossFit, ultra endurance, maybe those demands in that particular sport would be more adequate, or basically a ketogenic diet would be more adequate for those demands. I think the demands in this particular sport, it's just not going to work very well.